Put your loving hand in mine. Little stranger, put your loving hand in mine. You are a stranger. I'm sure a pal of mine. Weeping like a willow, mourning like a dove. Weeping like a willow, I've been mourning like a dove. There's a gal up the country I really love. Get up around her, let her work and lay down. Get up around her, let her work and lay down. You are around. Oh, you go out and down. Every time I ride, that 6 and 4th Street car. Every time I ride, that 6 and 4th Street car. I can see my way, I just peeking through the bar. Captain I sing. Over there in the west, or just ahead like me, seeing a express, I know she's gone. Whatever I say, and it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. Is that the sun coming on that eastern shore, just ahead like behind the box door? I know she's good. Whatever I say, I make up my mind and go away. See that man, he can't hear the whistle, the band of fools caught out on the trestle. He can't go forward and he can't go back. The train kept on rolling, brushed him off the track. Other storms may blow and the winds will rise till I'm on to go where the fast mail flies. I know she's good. Whatever I say, and it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. See that man, he can't hear the whistle, and those fools caught out on the trestle. He can't go forward and he can't go back. The train kept rolling, brushed him off the track. Other storms may blow and the winds will rise till I'm on the road where the fast mail flies. I know she's gone. Whatever I say, and it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. Till I make up my mind and go away. Until I make up my mind and go away. Thanks for coming, everybody. And I'm Jimmie Gilmore. This is Butch Hancock. And we are the Flatlanders. And for the most part tonight, we are doing new Flatlanders songs. Three of us discovered very belatedly that we could write songs together. Well, no, I guess not. It's not belated. It's now. Always knew we could, we just never did. We'd get together and try to write a song, and we'd end up laughing all night till the sun came out.
We kind of trigger each other's sense of humor in a kind of a debilitating way. But this is one that we wrote together somewhat recently. Recently enough. We haven't recorded it yet. We're on the way to.
Yeah, this next one started out with the rodeo cowboy telling me about falling off a bull. And the term they use in the rodeo when you get thrown from a bull is it's called a wreck. You know, it's for a good reason.
And he was telling the story. He said he thought the wreck was over, and he turned around. The bull keeps coming at him. You know, he jumps in a barrel, and the bull hits him, and he keeps thinking. He said it just went on and on and on. And I just thought that was such an interesting line. I brought it to Butch and Jimmie, and everybody said, "Yeah, I can relate to that line, you know, in a whole different way." And so we did this song called "I Thought the Wreck Was Over." But nobody ever tells you where it's hid. I can't tell you how many times she left me. I lost count the very first time that she did. I thought I was moving fast, getting strong. I thought the coast was clear till I looked in the mirror and saw a set of skid marks getting long. I thought the wreck was over. I thought the fire was out. I thought the storm had passed. I was safe at last. I thought the wreck was over. But here she comes again.
We think this song, I shouldn't say we, I think this song sounds like a very old song. It sounds like one you've already heard. I think. It sounds like one I've already heard.
We think that too, Jimmy.
Almost Butch.
I was just about to say that.
And the by the way, we're going to tell the same stories over and over and over and over. This is the only band in the world that will allow Joe Ely to play the dobro. No, I'm not going to say it.
You mean actually in the band?
All right, of course. We could have. How could we keep him from it at home?
She said I've never played it at home. I'd only play it in this band. That's why I only know 2 chords on it.
But it sounds so good. So
It has nothing to do with my playing of it. It's because it's got a hubcap on the front.
we're rewriting our pattern tonight. I can't think of a single thing.
You can play the
You
song,
should
Jimmie.
play music instead of talking. Okay. Standing at the station, I got no destination. I'm waving my heart goodbye. I'm walking in a crowd and I'm talking out loud and I'm telling myself don't cry. And Lord, I'd rather not forget what I forgot, but I guess I'm gonna have to try. Standing at the station, I got no reservation. I'm waving my heart goodbye. It's rolling down the track and ain't looking back, and I'm feeling like I could die. Standing in the rain and wondering if the train will stop before the tears will dry. Standing at the station, it's a sad situation. I'm waving my heart goodbye. It's rolling down the track and ain't looking back, and nobody ever asked it why. A train will make no home like a heart without a home, and I'm thinking maybe so was I. Joey Lee on the dobro. Robbie Churchill on the Fender I wonder will tomorrow come to hide the sorrow? Will the sun forsake the sky? And Lord, I'd rather not forget what I forgot, but I guess I'm gonna have to try. Standing at the station, I got no destination. I'm waving my heart goodbye. Standing at the station, I'm waving my heart goodbye.
How many of you saw that movie called The Horse Whisperer? Well, if you'll notice in that movie, that horse, I don't think whispered even once. But Robert Redford got lots of camera time whispering. But we got together about that time because somebody from the Redford camp called us up and wanted to have a song for their album. And it actually has got us back to writing songs together, since we never had before. See, I can do that too, Jimmy. Jimmie and I have like studied syntax for years and years, but we just haven't paid it. There you are.
North spelling.
Yeah. Anyhow, this is a little.
This has been our trouble for years. We amuse each other with things that.
We start out with inside jokes, and then when you take them outside, boy, it's. This is called The South Wind of Summer.
When the south wind of summer blows through the trees, heart fills, and the south wind of summer caresses the hills. There is no return. The seasons don't end. They just blow the branches, bend with the wind.
When the south wind of summer sings to the pines, and the faraway cities seem so close behind,
A strong heart flows over,
an empty heart fills, and the south wind of summer blows where it wills.
there is no return. The seasons don't end. They just blow the branches, bend with the wind. Strong heart flows over,
Empty heart filled, and the south wind of summer caresses the hill, and the south wind of summer
Blows where it wills. Many years ago, I did a lot of tractor driving for my dad out around Lubbock, Texas. He had me out on just about every farm within about 40 miles of Lubbock. And he was in the earth moving business, so we were like doing land leveling projects. I figured out that finally, after being on the tractor day after day after day, that second gear at 2/3 throttle was the key of G. And by speeding up and slowing down and changing gears, I could play all of Joe's songs and Jimmie's songs, some of my songs. And so I actually started writing tunes out there on the tractor, and this is one of them called One Road More. Well, my old shoes are laying on the floor, I ain't gonna wear them anymore. Took me many miles down many hard roads, but that's what shoes are for. Now time has flown and I've outgrown every shoe I ever wore. And I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more. Oh, I ain't got like a sense, I got a crazy mind.
told the line this one last time, but something else in store. I guess my bare feet will have to carry me on the road. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna stay behind. At the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one load more.
Streets in the sun and the rain and the wind and snow, and I've walked through the mountains and the valleys when there was nowhere else to go. This time I'll just follow the wind and it can blow and the rain can pour, and my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind, 'cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. At the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door, and I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more. Yeah, my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more.
This is wondering, what if Judgment Day was in the past? We thought about that.
It's a very good question.
That's what we came up with. Yesterday was Judgment Day, how'd you do? How did you do? Were you running from tomorrow in the past, caught up with you? Did you lay down in heaven? Did you wake up in hell? I bet you never guessed it would be so hard to tell.
Yesterday was Judgment Day. How'd you see? Who did you see? Were the multitudes surrounding you, singing in a harmony? Did you see familiar faces? Were they all unknown? Or did you get the feeling you were all dust cloud rolling, rolling on a lost horizon. White dust searching for each other, searching in the circles of the wind.
Did you hear the riddle of a road without a middle or an end?
Yesterday was Judgment Day. How'd you fare? How did you fare? Did they welcome you with open arms? Did anybody even care? You pointing to the crossroads. Those skies were blue and clear. Yesterday was Judgment Day. Where will we go from here?
Did you hear the riddle of a road without a middle or an end?
Well,
I'm going to tell the story anyway. I was just very, I had a lot of potential when I was young. And I would have been this incredibly great, wonderful, prolific songwriter, except I met Joe, Ely, and Butch Hancock. And I ended up spending all my time learning the songs that they wrote. And especially Butch. Good grief. And some of these songs, and one in particular, Butch learned from a dream, he said, in which I was singing the song. So there's an issue.
Put up together, Ken.
My wildest dreams go wilder every day. There's nothing I can think or do or say to make this crazy feeling go away. My wildest dreams go wilder every day. I wake up in the morning and I go to sleep at night. Somewhere in between the two, I swear I'll get it right. My wildest dreams go wilder every day. I'm wondering just how far my mind can stray. Just how wild is too high a price to pay. My wildest dreams go wilder every day. My wildest dreams go wilder every day. I'm wondering just how far my mind can stray. Does dreaming only make you stay away? My wildest dreams go wilder every day. My daydreams and my nightmares are so real, there's no mistake. It wouldn't be so bad if I was not so wide awake. My wildest dreams go wilder every day. There's nothing I can think or do or say. I only hope and pray, my dear, someday I'll dream one dream wild enough to make you stay. My wildest dreams grow wilder. My wildest dreams grow wilder. My wildest dreams grow wilder every day.
When we were first getting together, I was out driving around. Has anybody here ever been around Lubbock? Well, Butch would pointed out one time that it's really flat out there. And, he said you can see for 50 miles in every direction. And if you stand on a tuna fish can, you can see for 100 miles. But I was out driving, I see this, way down the road, I see this figure out, kind of a tall scarecrow-looking guy, had a guitar out on the side of the road hitchhiking. He was in a terrible spot. I knew he'd never get a ride at the spot he was at. I picked him up and took him through town and way up to the other side to my favorite spot. And he thanks me for the ride and introduced himself as town's name's Zan. Reached in his backpack and he had, I noticed he had no clothes in there whatsoever. He only had albums, you know. He'd just come back from San Francisco with his first album. And he gave me one and, you know, said farewell, good luck. And I took it back and for the next few weeks, I bet me and Jimmie played that thing 100 times, you know. We kind of like to think of Towns as the patron saint of the Flatlanders. And I'd like to be a Towns saint.
There's a mountain pass right between Colorado and New Mexico, between Raton, New Mexico, Trinidad, Colorado. I remember as a kid, we used to drive up through there, and when it was a dirt road, it was a gravel road, and it wound all the way around. Now it's kind of an interstate that goes crashing through the hills. But it's kind of what this song was about. You know, Towns reminded us all that there's only two kinds of music anyhow. The blues and zippity-doo-dah.
Well, when the wind don't blow in Amarillo and the moon along the Gunnison don't rise, shall I cast my dreams upon your love, babe, and lie beneath the laughter of your eyes? Snowin on Raton, come morning I'll be through them hills and gone. But Mama thinks the road is long and lonely. Little brother says the road is straight to find. Little darling thinks the road is soft and lovely. I'm just thankful this old road's a friend of mine. Snowin on Raton, come morning I'll be through them hills and gone. Bid the years goodbye, you cannot still them. You cannot turn the circles of the sun. You cannot count the miles until you feel them. You cannot hold a lover that is gone. Snowin on Raton, come morning I'll be through them hills and gone. Well, tomorrow all the mountains will be sleeping, all silent neath the blanket green and blue. Oh, but I shall hear the silence they're keeping, and I'll bring all their promises to you. Snowin on Raton, come morning I'll be through them hills and gone. Snowin on Raton, come morning I'll be through them
One morning I'll be through them hills and gone.
We have a Joe Ely song that just happened to be written by Butch Hancock. But Joe's had this trouble too, like I have. It's not exactly a problem, it's just a weirdness. And this song was it became the West Texas national anthem.
When you're ready for stay, go dancing and romancing, grab your sweetheart and jump in your car. Drive right on down to the bright side of town. You'll be happy you don't have to drive far. You'll be happy you don't have to go far. Park your pickups and your Cadillacs and your Fords and Renaults. Get out and dance like the kids to the West Texas wall.
My pickup needs a tune-up. I better get up and make up my mind to get busy today. My sewer line is backing up and my tractor's been acting up, but I'll be dancing tonight anyway. I'll be dancing the whole night away. 'Cause I count my blessings and I don't count my walls, and I like to dance like the dance to the West Texas wall.
Well, I got me a brown cow dog, and I told him, how now, dog, you're a borderline collie, I'm a borderline fool. But he had some bad habits, he was scared of jackrabbits, so I sent him off to canine school. I think they called it Texas Tech. When he got there, he couldn't tell a cow from a horse, but he could dance like a Dickens to the West Texas wall.
If you plan to stay, better lace up your best dancing shoes. Come and see the Snow Riders. You can stop your arthritis just by dancing away your blues. Just go dancing away your blues. And bind up your buttons, put your band-aids and golf. Get out playing like a dance to the West Texas wall.
My baby took me after dark to the old baseball park, and we sat in the center field stands. I asked her how many outs. She said, I've got my doubts, but you can count them on either one of your hands. She said, Butch, I got a much a better plan. You kiss me on the strikes, I'll kiss you on the balls, and we'll dance like a Dickens to the West Texas wall.
I met a fine lady banker, and I sure liked to thank her, 'cause the credit she gave me made me shout. Try again.
Try again.
'Cause the credit she gave me made me shout. That was close.
Really close. But the sustain is still suffering just a little. So get a deep breath of air.
'Cause the credit she gave me made me shout. She changed my whole attitude, and to show her a little gratitude, I decided I would just ask her out. I said, baby, do you want to step out? I said,
Tell her to lock out their walls while we dance like a dance to the West Texas wall. We spent the next to last dollar in that old ice cream parlor on a milkshake and a malt and a pop. And we heard some sounds. It was a honky-tonk lounge next door to the ice cream shop. Right next to that ice cream shop. The only two things are better than the milkshakes and the malts. One's a dancing like the dickens to the West Texas wall. What's the other one?
And the other is something, but really it's nothing. Speak of it's something to do. If you've done it before, you'll be doing it some more. Just as soon as the dancing is through. Right after the dancing is through. And if anybody asks you why, just tell them because you've been dancing like the dickens to the West Texas wall.
Sun dogs barking, barking round my dreams. Three-ring circus, rocking round the sun. The taste of fire and Julia's dame. Right there on the tip of my tongue. I was on a mountain when the sun was going down. All I was thinking about was Julia.
I was
guitar. Rock O'Malley on the drums. Robbie Jerso on everything over there.
Well, now that I know everything that I know is wrong, am I right if I say I didn't know that you knew all along? You can put me on the hot seat, put me on the spot, tell me I'm in trouble or tell me I'm not, but it feels so good I might be right where I belong. Right where I belong. It feels so good I might be right where I belong.
In and out of love, I wonder what I thought I was doing there. It might be a different story if anything but life was fair. If it's dog eat dog, cat eat cat, I might never see the light until I eat my hat. I'm caught between the day and night, pretty mama, I don't care. I'm right where I belong.
It feels so good I might be right where I belong. Yeah, I'm right where I belong. It feels so good I might be right where I belong.
Tell me I'm crazy, baby, that's alright with me. 'Cause crazy love is crazy as a man can be. Tell me that I'm dreaming, or it's all in my head. Tell me that I'm dying, or I'm already dead. But it feels so good I might be right where I belong.
Right where I belong. It feels so good I might be right where I belong.
Well, I was all caught up with myself on a highway at night. Driving like a bat out of hell, I beheld an amazing sight. It was a lonely apparition of the highway standing there, with a thumb out to the wilderness and a halo in his hair. So I come screeching to a halt, and I said, hop on in. He said, thanks a lot for the lift, I'll forgive you of your sins. I just come from Jerusalem, where things are going bad. Give me a ride to heaven, boy, I need to talk to my dad. Give me a ride to heaven, boy, I'll show you paradise. Give me a ride to heaven, boy, my name is Jesus Christ. So I stomped her on the floor. I said, I don't know quite how to get there, 'cause I ain't been before. It's a hard place to find, he said, but I'll give you a little clue. It ain't somewhere up in the air, it's sitting right here inside with you. Give me a ride to heaven, boy, I'll show you paradise. Give me a ride to heaven, boy, my name is Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't know quite what to do, so I jammed her down in gear. I kind of kicked my feet beneath the seat. I was trying to hide the beer. He just grinned and said, my friend, I know you might think it's odd, but you got nothing to fear about drinking the beer if you share it with the Son of God. Give me a ride to heaven, Lord, I'll show you paradise. Give me a ride to heaven, Lord, my name is Jesus Christ. Then right in the middle of that perfect smile from his robe he pulls a gun. He kind of stuck it up beside my head and said, how's this for kingdom come? Well, I pulled off scared, but I heard him say as he left me beneath the stars, he said, the Lord moves in mysterious ways, and tonight, my son, he's gonna use your car.
But when you are up, she's the kind you wanna take around. But Alice ain't a woman to help you get your feet on the ground. And Alice is a woman who will walk over you when you're down. I can't get out with the red lights on my mind. I can't get out without her and good eyes.
Dallas is a rich man with a death wish in his eye. A steel and concrete soul with a warm-hearted love disguise. A rich man who tends to believe in his own lie. Yeah, Dallas is a rich man with a death wish in his eye. I can't get out with a bright light that's on my mind. I can't get Dallas with a dollar
Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Well, Dallas is a jewel. Oh yeah, Dallas is a beautiful sight. And Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful life. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at Thanks, everybody, Joey. What's in got that video going on? Grab your soul, grab our matter, Gary, huh? Sing some along.
Beer in your sickness.
If you were a bluebird, you'd be a sad one. I'd give you a true word, but you already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be crying, you'd be flying home.
You were a raindrop, you would shine like a rainbow. If you were a train stop, the conductor would sing low. If you were a raindrop, you would be falling, you would be falling home.
you were a hotel, you'd be a grand one. But if you hit a slow spell, you think you could stand one. If you were a hotel, I'd lean on your door. I'd call you my home.
If I was a highway, I'd stretch alongside you. I'd help you pass byways that have dissatisfied you. If I was a highway, I'd be stretching, I'd be fetching you home. I give you a true word, but you've already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be crying, you'd be flying home. I remember you, oh, telling me, don't put your rose, don't mourn the sunset, and I suppose if I hear the river moan, it's just the way I'm feeling, the river is not complaining, oh no. Oh no, no. And the very next day, we woke before the dawn. We found our way by the rambling river, and I took you by the hand. I knew that you would understand. I, the keeper of the mountain, the morning flowers, there was no reason to go, and I never claimed to know, and we
just live once. I, the keeper of the